Hey, this is Jamey with Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanism in a game that I just got from Kickstarter, and that is Lots. Lots is a competitive, as you can see from the title, a competitive tower building game where you're using these big blocks to competitively build a tower on a single card that looks like this. So there's a square footage. You cannot ever go outside of this square footage for the entire tower. Lots is a fairly basic game. It's essentially a polyomino, slightly dexterity filler game. And it's very satisfying for what it is. But it has one little mechanism that I really thought was actually pretty cool. And it goes along with another game mechanism video I did recently on At the Gates of Loyang. So this is a VP track, a victory point track mechanism. So you have this little board in the middle of the table for Lots, and it's the tiniest little folding board that I've ever seen. And around the track, you can see that there are these little bonuses. So basically, this is a victory point catch-up mechanism that I'm discussing here. So the last player to cross over, here we go. We'll start at the 1. See, it's still flippy. I wish they just made this one single board. So you all start at 0 victory points. The last player to cross over this little icon gets a onesie block. There are blocks that are just one cube. So they get to place that on the tower on their turn if they'd like. And then there are these little hats. The last player to reach that or cross over that little icon gets a special card that might help them advance in the game. So it's basically a catch-up mechanism built into the track. And it was one that was really cleverly done because I can't really think of any time in the game where I strategized around this. I never wanted to have fewer points. I never said, okay, I want to game this system. And I think that's the whole point of rubber banding and catch-up mechanisms, that you don't want players gaming the system. You don't want them to be such strong incentives that a player would game the system just to get them. Instead, it's just a nice little bonus if you're falling behind, which is the whole point of a catch-up mechanism, I think. So I really like in Lots that you have this little thing that if you just happen to be the last place player, you're not doing so well, that you get just a little boost that might be enough to help you catch up and get a lot closer by the end of the game. So that's the little catch-up mechanism, victory point track mechanism in Lots that I thought was really clever, especially for such a little filler game. And plus the blocks are just big and satisfying to place on the table and collectively build this competitive tower. So yeah, that's my favorite mechanism in Lots. If this reminds you of another catch-up mechanism in another game that you want to mention in the comments, I'd love to hear about it there. Or if you have a different favorite mechanism in this game, you can talk about that as well. Thanks.